Mr. Me says, bro, just get good fast, man, and get out of this shit. I would love to be out of this shit. I just love, I love that. Like, and I'm not even being shitty or mean or anything about this. It's just a basic misunderstanding. Like, people are like, well, just do this thing and this, just show them this. It's like, well, it doesn't work that way. Like, I hope you understand this. If you are accused by government and you walk into the prosecutor's office and you just show them every reason that they're wrong, they can just go, see you in court. Because there's no mechanism to force them to stop a case. No matter how, like, you can do everything, and there's still a process to it. So again, all of our arguments, any exculpatory, someone's like, just show them exculpatory evidence. It's like, do you realize that it's evidence is just, it's evidence of something. Evidence is not a conclusion. Evidence is not a legal finding. Evidence is not anything other than you get to draw some sort of further thought from this thing. That's what you get. You can show exculpatory evidence to the government all day and they'll just go, cool. Maybe that evidence is inadmissible for whatever reason, or maybe they have different evidence. Like, there's any number of reasons why you can't just go into an office and show someone a thing and make it end. Like, people are suggesting that you can just, guys, if everybody who is not guilty of something could just walk up and show someone, hey, I'm not guilty. Look, here's my 3-ring binder full of reasons. Oh, yeah. Our legal system just doesn't work that way. We would love to be able to do that. If there were like some perfect judicial AI that could accomplish that task, sure, it would be horrible. It'd be terrifying. We probably wouldn't want it. But like, there isn't a system to do that. There is no go show them the thing and then they'll just stop. It's the government. They don't work that way. Let me tell you a very quick story about this, actually, because this was fun for me. I was hired by a woman who had been dating a man for, I think, 10 years, long-term relationship. The man was charged with domestic violence against the woman. The woman came in to hire me. And the story was kind of wild. Here's what happened. According to the woman's son had come home after committing crimes. I don't remember what they were. I think it was drug sales or something like that. Son was a minor, came home after committing some crimes. Mother and son get into an altercation of some sort. It was implied physical, but I don't think she wanted her son to be charged with domestic violence. So she didn't really get too much into it. They started scrapping with each other in some way. The boyfriend, who's a man in his 40s, comes in, sees them engaged in altercation, puts his arms around the kid and pulls him off the mother. Just kind of pulls him away. Does not harm the kid at all. Doesn't hit him or anything like that. The kid struggles, runs out the door. Mother and boyfriend run out after him. Kid's waiting like a fucking cartoon character with a shovel. And when the guy comes out, wham, hits him in the fucking face with a shovel. Hits him again with a shovel while he's down, and then scampers off. And they're like, he's sitting there fucking bleeding. He's got his face all knotted up from getting hit with a shovel, right? And the kid turns around and throws rocks at them to keep them from pursuing, and then runs off. All right. So this kid then gets arrested. The kid is charged with the underlying criminal acts. But he tells this story about how his jacket got ripped. And he says that the boyfriend of the mother was hitting him and fighting with him. And that the boyfriend of the mother pushed the mother to the ground and yelled at her. She tells me this isn't true. She handwrites a letter to the prosecutor because the prosecutor's like, we're going after this guy. He's fucking toast. She handwrites a letter to the prosecutor, which lays out this entire story. She's the only witness other than the kid. I bring the letter to the prosecutor. I'm like, here you go, buddy. Your only witness other than this kid who's being charged with crimes at the exact same time is not going to testify to this. So you're not going to have a witness here who's the alleged victim. And the prosecutor says this to me, to my face. He says, you think I fucking care about this letter? I'm going after this piece of shit. And I said, he didn't do it. The victim hired me to defend the alleged abuser and is telling you that this is what happened and that she will not testify because he didn't do it. The son was lying. He says, nope, we're running with this. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So we go to pre-trial. And that morning, the kid confesses and to his, he pleads guilty to the other crimes, confesses to them, and says that he made up the story about the boyfriend and that the boyfriend never hit the mom or did anything. He just goes in on the record, says it didn't happen. So now the prosecutor doesn't have either witness. I walk in with a smile on my face to the conference room pre-trial. Like, all right, man, we can go dismiss this out. He says, why would we dismiss this out? I'm charging this guy. I'm going for this. I'm like, you've got to be fucking kidding. Your witness, your only other witness just said that it didn't happen. The victim says it didn't happen. And he goes, the victim, she had like a fraud conviction from like 5 years prior. He's like, I'm going to say that her testimony, she won't even be able to testify. I'll disqualify the victim from testifying because of her dishonesty for fraud. He like lays into me forever about this. And he was just not going to let up at all. It was amazing. We got the case dismissed out, but the prosecutor was like, we gave him all the evidence. We did the thing that people want me to do. Like, go in, just show them why you're not guilty. Like, just tell them, geez, Nick, just go do it. Okay. You can't do that. You can't go in and just tell them. They still will run the case against you. They still run it. You have to do it in court. And if you don't understand that, I'm sorry. I wish it were not so. I wish there was a submit a solution, right? Like to an IT guy, like an Indian guy comes on, he's like, okay, your case is just, that would be great, but it doesn't work that way.